Hello students, welcome to CLAT Simplified and discussion of logical reasoning section of CLAT 2021. Today we are going to discuss passage number 2 and as I did in my last video also in passage number 1's discussion, I will be breaking down the passage into its component and that will help you to understand which areas to focus more when you are reading a passage. So let us begin. This is the second passage. You can stop the video and read it once before you proceed. All right, so let us see what the passage and what are the various components of the passage. So what I have done here is the thing in red is the content of the passage, that is the subject. Thing in green is the author's opinion on that content, and these two together constitutes the main idea. And then the other things are the premises which are leading author to form his opinion or evidences also I can call them. Let us see. One of the most important challenges for Indian diplomacy in the subcontinent is to persuade its neighbor that India is an opportunity, not a threat. A very strong opening and opinion that this is one of the most important challenge. And what is that challenge? That India needs to persuade that India is an opportunity and not a threat to its neighbor. Far from feeling in any way besieged by India, they should be able to see see it as offering access to vast market and dynamic growing economy. So what is these are lines? These lines are explanation of why author is saying that they should consider India as a land of opportunity because they get access to vast market and to dynamic growing economy, which would provide their own economies with far greater opportunity. So this is explanation of his opinion that they should look India as a land of opportunity. This would go beyond economic benefits, as David Malone argues. So this is this is again a quote of a person, David Malone, and what he says. If a question comes, you can mark. But of course, you should be able to understand that these are again these things in yellow are again to provide more support to the author's opinion that they should look India or India should persuade them to look it as a land of opportunity. Right, and then again author gives his opinion. There is a definite consolidation of democracy in all the countries of the region, everyone which has held elections within the last 3 years. So he's saying that there is a definite consolidation. Now this word definite, again read this is again author is saying that there is a definite consolidation, and here is an example of this, that how consolidation is taking place. Some of our neighbors have made significant stride in surmounting internal conflict and others are in process of doing so. And again author gives the opinion, and this is again very strong statement, that if India has to fulfill its potential in the world, we have no choice but to live in the peace with our neighbors in mutual security, harmony and cooperation. And explanation of why he is saying so. Just as Nehru left Roberts Flaws days, just where Shastri did, Guru Nanak did, and again Shastri, and in the last his opinion that his vision of peaceful coexistence with our neighbors through adopting that this is the best way for India to ensure. So if you look at the entire passage, the things in green, on one thing is getting reiterated again and again, that India should persuade its neighbor that India is a land of opportunity and India needs to have a good relationship with its neighbor. And author has given this through facts or through explanation of his point, examples. He has used all kind of things. The important thing to understand is that these things in yellow, gray, or blue, they are acting as evidences and helping author to arrive at the opinion. Now, as per the passage, which of the following is a challenge for India, given in the first line itself? To develop an intimidating surrounding. Look how opposite of what is being mentioned. So this can't be the answer. To manifest India as a land of opportunities, yeah, this is a very good option and looks the most probable answer. To restrict access to economic activities, again opposite of what is being mentioned, can't be the answer. To propagate the practice of threatening neighbors, again opposite of what is being mentioned in the entire passage. So answer is option number B. If India has to fulfill its potential in the world, we have no choice but to live in peace with our this. In the context, which one of the following strengthens the author's opinion? So author's opinion is that if India wants to fulfill its potential, then it should live peacefully and in cooperation with the neighbors. Peace and prosperity cannot work in consonance. scrambled option. So the author has picked the word peace and prosperity perhaps, and from the passage, and examiner has framed an option around it. They cannot work in consonance. In fact, author is saying that they will work in consonance, so can't be the answer. India should assert its might over its neighbor. Again, opposite of what is being mentioned. India should assert its might. Peaceful coexistence with neighbor is the key to India's stellar growth. This is what is being mentioned again. So this should be the answer. India can offer myriad opportunity for its neighbor by working in seclusion. See, very good option till this point. Working in seclusion? No, this is opposite of what seclusion means, isolation. Author is saying that India needs to work with them. So again, opposite of what is being said, and hence the answer should be option number C. Which of the following is the central theme of the passage? The central theme of the passage is India need to work together with the neighbors. The objective of attaining peaceful coexistence and cooperation with the neighbors, very good option. The dominance of India on its neighboring countries, no. Emergence of India as global power, it is not about global power. The passage is about regional power only, or out of scope. Prioritizing the economic opportunities for India, the passage is not about prioritizing economic opportunities. Remember, central theme means content and this and author's opinion. So the content is Indian diplomacy in the subcontinent. That's why BCD also gets ruled out. And author's opinion is that India should peacefully live with the neighbors. So answer is option number A. Which of the following is correct expression of author's opinion as stated in the passage? So all the things in green are author's opinion. India should strive for greater economic integration, which should be politically and administratively feasible. Decent enough. India can see border as barriers and border area as buffer zones, but not as gateways of opportunity. In fact, author is saying just opposite of that. I don't know why a same option has been framed in all the question. So completely opposite. India's stellar economic growth is thwarting her own opportunity. Thwarting means threatening. India's economic growth is threatening its own opportunity. I don't know what does it even try to say. This is a scrambled option making no sense whatsoever. So can't be the answer. It is not in India's interest to be generous to neighbor. Opposite of what is being said. Same thing. All the questions having the same options. Answer is option number A. Which of the following can be inferred from the above passage? There is no nexus between cooperative existence and economic growth. Completely opposite of what author is saying. There is a nexus. Nexus means link. Unless India's region becomes more self-centered, India is unlikely to develop into more than a regional power. India can only become a great power if it works in isolation. Again, see. Opposite of what is being mentioned. India should work together. It's mentioned. India cannot aspire to be great power without the cooperation of neighbors. This is what the answer is. Because it is mentioned, if India has to fulfill its potential, we need to live with the neighbors. What was B? Unless India's region become more self-centered. India's region become more self-centered. Again, opposite of what is being mentioned. Author is saying that India should not be self-centered. So answer is option number D. So that is it. This was an easy passage. Of course, you need to break it down and only then you can see what are the important elements in a passage. So that is it. Thank you.